On July 10, 2013, police received a frantic call from John Webb, who reported his daughter missing. His daughter was Daphne Viola Webb, a 21-month-old baby girl. At the time, Daphne was primarily in the care of John. Daphne's mother was living in a rehabilitation home in Oakland. According to John, at 11 a.m., he drove to a convenience store at 79th Avenue on International Blvd. He went into the store to buy an energy drink, leaving Daphne in the car with his 87-year-old mother who had dementia. But when he returned to the car, Daphne was gone. Police canvassed the area and issued an Amber Alert. They also searched for a woman whom witnesses claimed to have seen carrying a small child near the area that Daphne went missing. However, this woman was never located. Police arrested Daphne's father for leaving his child in the car alone with his 87-year-old mother. He was charged with child endangerment, but in the end, prosecutors declined to file charges and he was released from jail. Meanwhile, Daphne's mother, Kiana, and family members held a vigil for Daphne. They pleaded that the little girl be brought home safe and in good health. Later, police and teams of volunteers with search dogs combed various locations around the East Bay, looking for Daphne. These areas included the area around John Webb's home, parks and trails, but still nothing. Some odd details about Daphne began to emerge. For example, the family began to recollect that they hadn't seen Daphne in nearly 2 weeks prior to her disappearance.
I've lived here on Greenridge for the past 4 years. I've never seen the gentleman in question. I've never seen the child.
Never heard a baby cry.
Never heard a baby cry.
And some started to speculate if Daphne had ever been in John's car the morning he reported her missing, including Mark Klass, who runs the Polly Klass Foundation, who pointed to many similarities between Daphne's case and the Hassani Campbell case, who was also allegedly abducted from his foster parents' car. However, in that case, police suspected that Hassani was never in the car and that the story was false.
I mean, it's a situation in Oakland where somebody finds a location that is under no surveillance whatsoever, and then a child mysteriously disappears, apparently never to be seen again. Nobody saw anybody take the child. You look back and nobody has seen the child for quite some period of time. Again, shades of Hassani Campbell.
Daphne's maternal grandfather also pointed out several issues he had with the theory that Daphne was abducted.
Who would take a baby with an adult sitting in the car? That is kind of strange. The car seat had 3 straps, 2 coming down in the front and 1 coming up in the middle. So in order for you to get her out of the car seat, so just to get her out of that would have taken some work. There wasn't a quick release.
While some witnesses had seen a woman with long black hair carrying a small child around the same area where Daphne was abducted, there was no evidence to suggest that the child was ever Daphne. It could very well have been a mother carrying her own child. On May 5, 2014, John Webb was found dead in his home from an overdose. It's believed that it was a suicide, and unfortunately, Daphne's case may have died with him. In July 2014, police announced that they had given the case to prosecutors, meaning no more police resources will be used to search for Daphne. While John Webb may have been considered a person of interest in Daphne's case, it's important to note that he has never officially been named a suspect. This also doesn't mean that the case is closed. Daphne's family still remains hopeful that she could still be alive. Kevin Davis adds, "We know what the statistics say, and we know what people say about the chances of finding her, but we are not willing to believe that. We want to hold on to the hope that we will have her back."